Huh? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another live stream. This week, it is the Jacksonville Jaguars, which is my team, taking on the Cleveland Browns. On the road here, coming off a big win against Cincinnati that we did not record last week. 52-0 at home. And continue to be Joe Burrow's daddy, as you would say. Just like Patrick Mahomes, but unlike Patrick Mahomes these past couple weeks, and yes, I am a Kansas City fan, so before everybody attacks me that are Chiefs fans, I am a Kansas City fan. So I have a right to say, unlike Mahomes, our team's been cooking. Pretty much unlike the entire league in the NFL, we're still undefeated. We are the only undefeated team remaining. Currently have the #1 seed for the AFC. Looking to continue that. As here we go. From Cleveland. Here's the kickoff. And since it's franchise mode, it's going to be Peoples-Jones returning it, even though he plays for the Lions now. Franchise mode must have not updated. So we're playing Deshaun Watson. We cooked Joe Burrow, cooked Mahomes. There's actually a lot of good quarterbacks out there that we cooked. Let's see if we can cook some Deshaun Watson. Watson's going to fire, and what kind of pass was that? So that brings up 2nd and 10. Dude, the Bears are 1-11 here in Madden. They pretty much have the same record as the Panthers had playing the team they played today.
The Panthers lost today?
Yeah, they're 1-12 now. But here in the game, they're 6-6. Yeah. Well, that's going to bring up a 3-and-out for Cleveland, as it's now 4th and 6. And here's, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, to punt this away. Here's Wiggins to return. Jordan Wiggins is pretty good at returning these punts. This season, I believe he returns kicks too, actually, so pretty good at kick returns, if you shall ask. And here's a look at Mason Urbane, and he's been a complete garbage bag this season. 71 touchdowns, 37 interceptions. Yeah. Coming off a season where you only threw 3 interceptions and won the league MVP and Super Bowl MVP, probably not the best stat you want to have. Because you proceeded to go throw 34 more interceptions than you did last season. That's almost 38 right there, but it's dropped. Tried to get it to CJ Merritt that time. Alright, so 2nd and 10. Urbane fires to his halfback here. Kari Johnson loses a yard, 3rd down and 11, and man, we might see both teams have a 3-and-out to start the game. Urban's going to keep this himself. Escaping trouble. Still on his feet. Takes it to the 30. What a run by Urbane that time. There on 3rd and 11. And here he is, firing to his tight end. Kyle Lemon makes the catch inside the 5. 56 total yards for Jacksonville so far, and they're about to score here. And usually when they score first, they win. They've won all their games to this point in the season. That brings up 2nd and goal, but that's going to make them closer to scoring a touchdown. And here's Corey Johnson fighting to get into the end zone, and he's stopped shy. I think you do a goal line play here. I think you do a tush push. And Urbane does get in off the sneak for a Jacksonville Jaguars touchdown. So Urbane with the keeper gets Jacksonville on the board. Nice run by him, and here comes Starr out now to attempt the extra points. Zelensky to hold. The extra point is good and makes it 7-0. And when we come back after this brief break, we will have the kickoff. Until then, Okay, apparently we were muted. So anyways, welcome back to Cleveland. Jacksonville goes down on their first drive of the game and scores a touchdown with the 1-yard rushing touchdown by Urbane. And now Deshaun Watson back to work for his second drive after having a stalled out drive on the first one. Over the middle there, almost intercepted, but incomplete. Fitzmagic had the coverage there. And this is the second week they're dealing without their star pass rusher, Black. Josiah Black injured his labrum on Thanksgiving and will miss just a couple more games, as that's overthrown for more, I believe. He'll miss just a couple more games and join back around either weeks 17 or 18. So he will be back for the postseason, but unfortunately will be out for a couple more weeks. Going deep, knocked away. That's Cisco and Fitzmagic on the coverage there, and another 3 and out for Cleveland. Wiggins on the return here. And now they score the touchdown on their first drive. They get the football back 1st and 10 from their own 28. We mentioned that Urbane threw an interception. We mentioned that Jacksonville beat the Bengals 52-0 last week. However, Urbane has thrown yet another interception this season on the first play of that drive. So for both teams, their second drive stall out. Here's the third drive for Cleveland. Throws it right back on another interception. Mikowski! He's going to get another pick six on the year. He intercepts the ball and returns it to the end zone for a Jacksonville score. And the uniforms that the Jaguars chose to wear this week look good. Look at that. Nicely done there. Picked off, touchdown. Star on to kick the extra point now. So on the second drive for the offense for Jaguars, things stall out. Urbane throws a pick. But on the third drive for Cleveland, it stalls out, throws a pick six. However, they'll get a chance with it again, and the kick's in the air, and here's Peoples-Jones to return it. There's Amari Cooper, and he dropped it. You're already down 14-0 in the first. Watson's got to start getting it together here, otherwise DTR might see some time. Oh, he fumbled the ball. It's picked up by Conklin, though, the lineman. And it's a gain of a yard instead of a loss of a yard, but 3rd and 9. Here's Watson looking, fires. Finally, there's a completed pass his way. Amari Cooper inside the 50. Nice play to Moore there. Brings up 2nd and 4. Watson on 2nd and 4, fires, pass not intercepted, incomplete. Oh, Watson is hit by those linemen and knocked to the turf, and it brings up 4th and 2. And Cade York's running onto the field to attempt a 59-yard field goal to make it an 11-point game, and York's kick is good. They were considering sending on the punt team, but it's a good thing they didn't, as York knocks that one through. Here's their first kickoff of the game. Grant Sr. on the return. Oh, Grant Sr. fumbled, and the Browns come up with it. That's the first kickoff return turnover. Hold it, though. That's a booth review. If it stands, that's the first kickoff return that the Jaguars have lost possession of. Was he down? No, yes he was. He was down. So
after review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So instead of it being a turnover, Jacksonville's going to keep the football here. And here's Kari Johnson. Kari Johnson still on his feet. Inside the... Oh, no. Stopped just shy of midfield at the 49. And that's a sack for Myles Garrett right there. And they knew that coming into this game, Myles Garrett was going to be their hardest man to beat. All right, there's an example as to why. Oh, another interception. And that for sure is a turnover. And Urban just can't wait for this year to be over. Throwing way too many interceptions. Watson firing, incomplete. And that's broken up. Nice job. So they give up the interception, but it might go their way. Looking like they're not going to give up any points here, but you really want to say that and knock on some wood because... Oh, look at that! A nice stop there for Josh Allen. He stuffed him. So York on for another field goal. Back-to-back drives where he'll kick a field goal. Never mind. Oh, that's incomplete. They faked it, and they threw it incomplete. Not good. And Johnson is stopped after a gain of 2. 27 rushes for 127 yards and no touchdowns last week against the Bengals for Johnson. Kind of hard to believe that the season is almost over. And incomplete, and I'm not sure where Jacksonville was going with that one. This one's caught by Merritt, and he had a couple touchdowns last week in the win over Cincinnati. But however, that's 4th and 2, and they're going to send the punter out to just punt it. You're already up 14-3. I mean, yeah, they're known to blow out their opponents, but no need to risk anything early, so just punt it away. That's a smart decision. Try to get the ball back off a turnover. There's Deshaun Watson over the middle, going for Elijah Moore, incomplete. Watson looking, going out to Nick Chubb. That's caught. And Chubb's brought down at the 28. So first down and 10 for Cleveland at their own 28. Watson firing. That's for Donovan Peoples-Jones, incomplete. If he keeps playing bad, he could get benched in the second half, as that's a sack. That's intercepted. Delivered it right to Evans. And he takes that into the red zone, all the way back to the Cleveland 17. Oh, there's a flag on the play. Kari Johnson with the catch and run. Illegal contact for Denzel Ward, so they're going to accept that penalty. That obviously stops the clock. They're running with Kari Johnson here, and stuffed after a gain of 3. Johnson again. Now it's 3rd down and 1. I think you keep running it here. It's working out very well for you. You should be able to get the... You can't get the first down without scoring the touchdown, though. Unless if you're down by contact before getting to the goal line. And Irvine takes a sack by Myles Garrett, and this should bring out the field goal unit. Didn't have any chance to get it away, and that's why we say, you know, they should have just ran it there on 3rd and 1. Sent Johnson up the middle, as the kick is good, though, to make it 17-3, but had they ran it up the middle, they could have scored the touchdown there easily. Or at least picked up the first down. But regardless, still early in the game. So Starr kicks this one away. And Donovan Peoples-Jones is on to return and stopped at the 16. And Watson is stuffed again. That's John Bailey with another sack in this game. Watson looking, got to get rid of the ball. He was in the end zone. Throws incomplete. Watson looking, fires incomplete, hit as he threw it. And again, drive stalls out. If the Browns are struggling to move the ball downfield and score points, unlike that field goal drive, and they just rely on field goals, they're going to get blown out in this game like Cincinnati and the other opponents that played Jacksonville did. In all the games Jacksonville has blown out their opponent, they've just outplayed their opponent so much because they've picked up on where their opponent's weaknesses are at as Kari Johnson is down. But he gets up, so he's good. I thought that was going to give the rookie Marv Merchants a shot there to come into the game. Look at that dangerous throw going for Jaden Spraggins, but not a bad idea to try to throw it to your receiver over the middle there, especially because it looked like he was going to be able to sneak right by, but unfortunately, it didn't work like that, and that brings up 3rd down and 3. Urbane looking, fires, there's Merritt wide open. Still on his feet and knocked down at the 35-yard line.
Let's go now.
Looking, fires, he's got his fullback, Conway. 2nd and 7, though, it brings up.
Here we go.
Going for Jaden Spraggins, wide open. Caught for the 1st down. Couple more plays here should end the 1st quarter. Incomplete. Throws. He's got Merritt. He's got the 1st down. And that will bring the 1st quarter to an end with your score, Jaguars 17, Cleveland 3. Well, welcome back to Cleveland. 17-3, but it might not stay that way for long as the Jacksonville Jaguars have driven down the field and have a good chance to score here. And look at that pass. Nice pass from Urbane to Kyle Lemon. Down to the 1. And before he can throw it, Myles Garrett gets him there again. 3rd and goal for Jacksonville. Here's Johnson trying to fight for the touchdown and stuffed at the 2. And they're going to, the offense is staying on the field. They're going to go for this. And this time, Johnson makes a reception for a touchdown. Nice pass there. And pretty much just walks his way into the end zone there. All right, so 23-3. It's going to be 24-3. And next week, Jacksonville's heading to play the Ravens, and that's going to be a Sunday night game for them. They got Monday night last week. This counts as a 1 p.m. game, so this won't count as a Sunday night game, even though it's being played at night. And that's incomplete. Deshaun Watson has not thrown the ball very good in this game, and we've seen DTR warming up on the sideline over there. There's a flag on the play. Potential free play goes incomplete. Illegal contact, that time on Ryan Fitzmagic. Last time that penalty was called was on the Jaguars. Or the Browns, I mean. The most recent was the Jaguars. Watson hit as he throws it. Intercepted by Cisco. Andre Cisco. Look at that. Under pressure. And boom, comes away with it. That pass was intended for Amari Cooper. And unfortunately, yet another turnover for Cleveland, and there's a touchdown pass from Urbane to Wiggins on the very next play. And this is how most teams lose their games against Jacksonville, giving up the football. You gotta take care of the football on offense. No reason why a team should have 31 points in the first half. Or even more than that, as the extra point is good. Oh, that's a fumble, but Donovan Peoples-Jones recovered his own fumble. And overthrows Moore again, and they're putting DTR in the game. After that play, we saw DTR trotting towards the field, and he signaled for Deshaun Watson to come off. Dorian's going to struggle a little bit as John Bailey gets another sack. But at this point, you got to put him in the game. It might sound silly, but... And what is the Jacksonville Jaguars defense doing? That is the first completed pass in a long time in this game. And Dorian Thompson-Robinson comes out 1 for 1 so far. Oh, another sack though. Thompson-Robinson's going to take this one himself. Spinning to avoid the tackle. Stop, but not before he picks up the first down. Excuse me.
Okay, ready?
There it goes to Elijah Moore. And that should be a touchdown.
Previous play is under review.
And that's kind of weird that that was not a touchdown. So they're charged with a timeout. And there's a touchdown pass. The first touchdown of the game. Jordan Akins makes the catch. Dorian Thompson-Robinson on his first drive in the game scores a touchdown for the Browns. But what was that? Where was the kicking meter? Oh my God. This game's going to be interesting.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Man, that ain't man.
Free kick out of bounds on the kicking team, unfortunately, for that time. And Urban was going to try to run it, but then decided to throw it away because Myles Garrett was there. Urban looking, fires towards his tight end, picked off. Yikes. That's all I gotta say to that. Thompson, Robinson, Aaron one out for Amari Cooper, and he dropped it. Thompson, Robinson looking, going deep. Nick Chubb this time has it for the touchdown. And they call a timeout because they're like, might as well go for two. Why kick a field goal when it's just going to be weird? Thompson Robinson looking, intercepted. Intercepted on the 2-point attempts by his own number, just on the other team. That was Vandegrift with the interception that time and broke, and the game freaking fixed already. About to be a penalty every kickoff.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Incomplete, intended for the tight end. Urban looking, fires incomplete. Not sure how you overthrow C.J. Merritt. One of the best wide receivers in the NFL right now. Third down and 10. Urban fires, almost picked again. The defense for Cleveland showing up. What is this goofy game, dog? You can't kick anything. Like, we were kicking field goals to start, now you can't kick nothing. I can't make this stuff up. You all saw that. Thompson Robinson got out of the pocket there. Unfortunately hit as he threw that one by Brady Vandegrift. Amari Cooper looks like he's gonna overthrow him. Incomplete. This is about to be a long game for both teams. Everybody's overthrowing everybody. There's a lot of incomplete passes being thrown. And finally, there's a good punt. And Jacksonville will take over 1st and 10 at their own 42. After that silly drive last time out. Johnson on the rush. Gain of 6. There's Merritt with another reception in the game. Another reception for Kari Johnson there. Nice pass over the middle to him. Gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd and 8. That is still caught despite him getting hit as he threw it. What? It wasn't a catch. Either it wasn't a catch or it was a gain of only a few. Knocked away. And out trots Patrick Starr. And what? Oh my God, bro. That kick is no good. And the Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 49. There's DTR throwing an interception. Makowski again. And this is going to be his 2nd game this season with 2 pick six. Two interception returns for touchdowns this season, and the kicker overthrows the tight end, and it will remain 37-15. Oh my gosh, bro.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that's out of bounds on the kicking team again. No surprise there. And there's an injury on the field. Oh, it's the tight end. Or the wide receiver, I mean. Dorian Thompson-Robinson throws incomplete. Looks like a hip pointer for the wide receiver. He should be back in the game. Yes, he is. DTR hit as he throws that. Incomplete. That's Bailey in with the pressure. And look at that. Another nice punt. And Irvine would like some redemption for that last drive. Well, they didn't do anything. Johnson on the rush, gain of 3. Everybody looking, going for Spraggins, knocked away. 3rd and 7. Incomplete again. That brings up 4th and 7. So keep in mind, despite not having their star pass rusher, they've still, and that's not a very good punt, but despite not having their star pass rusher, Josiah Black, the Jaguars are still really good on defense. But look at this, the score has remained 37-15, despite the Jaguars being a good team. But the defense is making sure it stays there. With all these stops. Oh, look at that stop on Nick Chubb. LJ PC in with the tackle. Loss of 4. Going deep for Amari Cooper, who couldn't get it because it was out of reach. And fun fact for you, the Browns punter has punted a lot of good punts. But that's his first bad punt that he's punted in this game. Oh, that's incomplete. The tight end got stuck on the defenders there. Brings up 2nd and 10. Jacksonville hasn't been able to do much. There's Merritt. And unfortunately knocked down after a gain of just a few. 3rd down and 5. But that's caught by Corey Johnson for a reception. And that will be enough for a 1st down. So look at this. Jacksonville moving the chains now. Going for Jaden Spraggins in the end zone, knocked away. Would have been a nice catch if he held on. Instead, 2nd and 10. It was played by Merritt. And he saw a lot of open grass there picking up the 1st down. Incomplete, and the tight end's got to catch that. There's no way he should have dropped that. That was good accuracy on the pass. No excuse as to why the tight end should drop that. Urban takes the snap. Look at that. Wiggins wide open. Overthrows him. Incomplete, dangerous pass, almost picked. And the Jaguars decide to just punt because it's not like they're going to get a field goal anyway right now because the thing's messed up. So I agree, just punt the ball. You don't really need any points here because you're up still by a bunch. Nice quick pass out to Nick Chubb, wide open. Picking up a few extra yards there. Oh, Thompson Robinson is sacked by LJPC. And unfortunate, too, because that was looking like it was going to be a good play. 2nd and 20. Going for Diamond Peoples-Jones, incomplete. And both teams kind of fell downhill in the 2nd quarter of play. Dorian Thompson-Robinson started off pretty good. It has not been very good as he's going to keep it himself in the long run. 4th and 15, stuffed. And that brings us to the 2-minute warning. This is Jacksonville's first game that's considered low scoring. Their first game of the season that you can consider low scoring, as they've blown out their opponents every week, sometimes shut them out, and unfortunately that's not the case this season. Or not this season, that's not the case this week so far. Going for Merritt, incomplete. Had to throw it away. That might be intentional grounding.
Intentional grounding. Offense.
It was intentional grounding. That's a loss of 10 yards, and it's 3rd down and 20.
Here we go, set.
Oh, that's a loss of more yards. Loss of a yard. 4th and 21. And that is officially the worst punt we've seen all game. And now if Cleveland doesn't score, there's something wrong with them. Oh, nice catch there. Got out of bounds. Booth review, though.
Play is under review.
And he was out of bounds, so that's incomplete. Dorian Thompson-Robinson looking, going towards Elijah Moore. He caught it. At the 8. Oh, that's intercepted, though. And taken down at the 2. Johnson up the middle. I'm expecting Irving to just kneel this and send it to halftime. Hopefully the kicking will actually be fixed for the second half. And that's what he does. He's going to knee it and probably do it one more time and just send it to halftime here. And that's exactly what he does, and we've reached halftime here in Cleveland with the score Jacksonville 37, Cleveland 15, and both teams haven't really looked that good in the second half. However, the Jaguars have scored more that half than Cleveland has. Well, thank you, Coach. Oh, hang on. Thank you, Coach, as we welcome you back for quarter number 3, and we'll have to see what these teams do here. And apparently the kicking meter has not been fixed, so these are going to be the most garbage kickoffs you ever seen in your life.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So the free kick's out of bounds. We'll have to see if Urbane is up for a contest of playing better than he did in that first half. Oh! Breaking ankles all the way down to the 24 on a rush. A big rushing play for Urbane that time. Look at this. Looks like he's going to get sacked right here. Shoves Myles Garrett out of the way. Runs right down the sideline. Probably should have waited until late to juke out the defender there. Because that probably could have been a touchdown. But instead, that's going to be first down and 10 at the opponent 24. Urbane looking. Fires for Kyle Lemon. Incomplete. Not a bad idea to go to the end zone there, especially when it looked like it would work out for you. And out of bounds goes the fullback. And instead, that is third down and 10. Urbane himself gets it down to the 2, but he's gonna pick up the first down. Oh, that was bound to be a touchdown there. Urbane gets it off, fires, touchdown, caught by the tight end. Nice play by Urbane there, and oh, it's under review. Was his feet in bounds? And yes, he did indeed have his feet in bounds, so it is a touchdown. And
after review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So now the offense is going to stay out there and go for 2. And, oh, incomplete, intended for C.J. Merritt. A good way for Jacksonville to come out of the locker room, but of course you're going to see a lot of flags on the kickoffs because the kicking meter is messed up. Dorian Thompson-Robinson getting rid of it. DTR. Looking, try to launch one, but he's hit by John Bailey again. Another sack in this game. Looks like oh, that's intercepted! Nice job by the defender there. Herndon intercepts Dorian Thompson-Robinson. And now the Jaguars have to see what they can do. Fresh out of the locker room. Quick pass to CJ Merritt. Oh, he didn't keep it in bounds. That would have been a nice first down if he did. Trying to get into the end zone, and Merritt does for his first score of the afternoon, technically, because we're counting this as the 1 p.m. game like it was. And that kick, again, no good. Instead of going for 2, they decided to just kick at that time and miss, because why not? You gotta try to kick this thing the best you can. You know you're gonna get a penalty on every kickoff.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
On the check. On the ball.
More spending out of one tackle, but then body slam to the turf. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, incomplete.
Let's go now. Let's go.
And that's incomplete again. Both quarterbacks in this game struggling a little bit because the defense is just there for both sides. That's a quick first down, caught by Elijah Moore.
Come on, come on. Ready.
Thompson-Robinson gets rid of it, overthrows, incomplete. Oh, he's injured too. DTR is down.
Let's go.
So now Mond, whoever this is in the game, playing quarterback. And look at this, just like DTR was, he's 1 for 1 in this game. And it's a bruised knee for DTR. Looks like he'll come back onto the field.
Ready, break.
Honestly, I saw the Jaguars go down the field and score last time. Looks like they're going to do that here because that's a nice completed pass for a touchdown. Oh, look at that! That's the first successful field goal in a long time. And now that makes the score 49-22. However, the kickoff's going to be garbage.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
On the ready. Hustle, hustle.
Look at that. Nice catch by CJ Merritt. Irvine looking, tries to throw it to his receiver right there, but incomplete.
Let's go now.
Jacksonville hasn't lost yet, but if they're struggling here in Cleveland, you wonder if they'll be able to continue. Could Cleveland make a comeback and hand them their first loss? Will they get their first loss next week against Baltimore? There's another interception in the game. And interception-wise, Urbane's wishing this year would be over, but other than that, he's liking it pretty much. Thompson Robinson steps back to the end zone to throw that one downfield and fires incomplete. That's intercepted back the other way. Evans might get in. No, stopped at the 5. All right, if you're Jacksonville here, you hand this off to Johnson, have him run right in there. Look at that, touchdown. And the field goal didn't work out last time, so you might as well go for 2 here. Incomplete.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Here we go, here we go!
Incomplete for Dorian Thompson-Robinson again. It's a cold day here in Cleveland, but that's not really an excuse for these wide receivers. They should be catching the balls when they come their way. And there's a nice run by Dorian Thompson-Robinson, stopped by Josh Allen, but they should be catching passes when they come their way and stuff like that too. The defense has caught more passes than the offense on both teams combined, for both teams. That's out of reach and incomplete. And this is going to be a bad punt here. No, it's actually not a bad punt. It's a pretty solid punt. Urbane looking, look at that. There's an open receiver. That's his tight end, and he is going to be gone for a touchdown. Another bad kickoff.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that's just not good. I wish the kickoff or the kicking meter would just fix. So that way field goals and extra points would be attempted and kickoffs would be better. DTR though, showing that he's not out of this. I mean, despite trailing by as much as he is, if the defense can make Jacksonville struggle like they did in the first half, and Dorian Thompson-Robinson can get good like that, look at that! Can get open receivers downfield and make completed passes and score touchdowns like there, they could hand Jacksonville their first loss this season. And another good field goal made by Cleveland. Still haven't seen a good kickoff yet, though, since the first half.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Irving is gone for a touchdown. And that is his longest rushing touchdown of the season. Jacksonville still has yet to get a good field goal going there. Our extra point. Irving and Jacksonville, though, are the Jacksonville and the Browns, though, having a throwout. The problem is Cleveland can't get up there and tie the game because Jacksonville is going right back down the field and scoring. We're only in the third quarter, too. Oh, that's incomplete. Now, we just got word that Jacksonville is sending in Seth Zielinski, the third-string quarterback, to play. And Cleveland takes a timeout.
Here we go.
That's incomplete. And what is Fitzmagic doing? That's intercepted but out of bounds, says the line judge. And at this point in the game, you might as well go for it. That is caught for the first down.
Let's go now.
That is intercepted. Cisco has his second of the game. And I think for the rest of the game, Jacksonville should just stick to running the ball. Unless if the Browns start to come back. Johnson. Zielinski last played 2 weeks ago. Oh, Kyle Lemon's down. Actually, no, he last played 3 weeks ago. Apparently he got up, so they're good. Zelensky, just like Irvine, escaping pressure. And big gain there. Both quarterbacks getting big rushing yards today. Gets rid of it, but Johnson is stopped. Incomplete that time. Under 5 minutes to go in the third. And touchdown. And Dwayne Haskins might be coming in the game because they don't want... The coach, it's not that they don't want them throwing touchdown passes, it's just like... You don't want to be blowing out the... Oh! Body slammed in the end zone! You don't really need to blow out the team. That's why they're throwing in as many backups as they can, and they're going to call a quick timeout to talk about it. So that last play intercepted in the end zone, but they still have to kick off. And look what's back! The kicking meter's back! Finally a good kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. We can finally see some good kicks. Incomplete. And Fitzmagic comes down with an interception. This time it counts.
Come on, set.
Haskins Jr. comes in the game now for Seth Zelensky. However, he too's not in a good spot, and they might have to send Patrick Starr in the game to play. Incomplete. Oh, nice defense there. And they're bringing out the punting unit. That's obviously going out of the back of the end zone, so that will be a touchback. And DTR and Cleveland goes back to work. And Thompson Robinson is hurt again. Now this time might be out of the game. So it looks like they might throw Deshaun Watson back in. Incomplete. Flag on the play.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
And the defense got called for unnecessary roughness. And Thompson Robinson suffers an injury that will make him unavailable for the rest of this game. And Fitzmagic. Last got hurt 2 weeks ago after coming back from injury. He's hurt again. Deshaun Watson has just been nowhere. It hasn't been able to throw the ball all game, as it's a pectoral strain for Fitzmagic.
Hey, no timeout.
Now it's another good week for the defense, as there's a sack. However, the offense on both teams would definitely be getting a talking to at practice. And it's a fair catch by Wiggins. – 101 total yards today for Kari Johnson.
Let's go.
And it's a loss of 6 as Haskins goes down.
Ready. Ready.
And incomplete, overthrew the tight end.
Go.
Hard to believe we still got a quarter to go. And there's a big play for Jaden Spraggins downfield. Nice play by him. However, obviously they're done scoring touchdowns this game to where they're just punting it even if they're in field goal range.
Here we go. Jack.
Well, in the first half, it looked like this score was going to end 37-15, as that's a fumble, but picked up by Bucamp, and that's a loss of a few yards there.
Check it.
Haskins overthrew Jaden Spraggins there, and that's probably a good thing too, because that definitely would have been a touchdown if he held on to that and got that. Back to work go the Browns. Second and 2. Nick Chubb avoiding one defender, but is quickly brought down by Cisco. And finally, the third quarter's over. And assuming these guys run the ball all fourth quarter, this game should be over. In a jiffy. However, Deshaun Watson and the Browns are going to try to use, even though they're down a bunch here, they're going to try to use Jacksonville's downfall to their advantage in this game. And 2nd and 7 now.
Let's go now.
And again, assuming Jacksonville just runs the ball all game because they're up by so much, this game should be over soon. We know Cleveland's going to try to make a comeback. But also, you got to stop Jacksonville from running the ball every play, and that's a nice stop there. And you guess what? Incomplete pass, clock stops. It will roll a little here on the punt. And they're going to let that go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Deshaun Watson gets sacked by Josh Allen. And the clock will roll. That is incomplete. And the clock stops, but they face a 3rd and 22. Incomplete. And the punt is in the air. And Jacksonville will take over 1st and 10 at their own 47. Johnson gets down for a 2nd and 1. Oh, number 6 is hurt, grabbing his hip.
Come on.
That's going to stop the clock. Jacksonville should pick up the 1st down here. Looks like Dwayne's going to pick it up himself. Dwayne fumbles the ball, but it goes out of bounds. So instead of being a turnover, it will be 1st and 10 at the opponent 11.
Ready.
And all 3 quarterbacks that have played in this game for Jacksonville have big rushing yards like that, but he's going to lose some back to the 19. Any chance at a comeback, obviously, again, is probably rare for Cleveland, but you want to try to stop the clock as much as you can to try to start scoring some of these points back so this game's a little more respectful.
Okay, ready. Go.
And Merritt gets into the end zone for a touchdown. It's been a while since we've seen a good kick. And that one is good from Jacksonville. This has got to be a scoregami right here. I don't think there's ever been an 80-29 ball game before. Donovan Peoples-Jones body slam to the turf. Alright, let's see if we can keep the clock rolling here. As both teams probably want this game over. I mean, I know Jacksonville is probably tired of scoring on these guys, and these guys are probably tired of Jacksonville scoring on them, so. But by keeping the clock rolling at all costs. That will end the game sooner, and then Cleveland can try to bounce back next week. Watson on the run. That will keep the clock rolling. Watson fires. That's incomplete. That will stop the clock. Also, NBS TV wants us to tell you that if you were looking for the Cup and Xfinity Series race this weekend from Daytona, you'll catch those tomorrow on the channel. So stay tuned for those. As the kick is in the air for the punt, this is going to go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And I'd say you throw in Patrick Starr to hand the ball off here. See what he can do. As you just saw Dwayne Haskins take the team down the field and score a touchdown. This is Patrick Starr's first ever start as a quarterback. Technically, even though he's a kicker. But he can just hand the ball off here and watch them run the clock down. Oh, that's a fumble, but Johnson falls on it. He gets up, though. He wasn't touched down. Still going to be a loss of yards, though. 3rd and 8. Oh, that was almost caught by Wiggins. One started incomplete. And it looks like Patrick Starr might be staying on the field for the rest of the game to play quarterback. Almost intercepted by Fitzmagic. So we mentioned from here, Jacksonville heads to the Ravens, and at the end of the game, we'll let you know where Cleveland heads next. But there's a pass incomplete. Intended for Donovan Peoples-Jones. Oh, there's some extra tussling over there. Incomplete on 3rd down. And that brings up 4th and 10. Another punt in this game. And Wiggins will return the punt here. Spinning away from those 3 defenders, but is brought down. Patrick Starr, the kicker. Yes, the kicker is trotting back on the field to hand the ball off because Dwayne Haskins, Seth Zielinski, and Urban are way too good that if they step foot on this field, this score will be over 100. So just to have a little mercy on him, Ben Roethlisberger told Patrick Starr, his kicker, to go out there and hand the ball off to Kari Johnson. And sometimes pass it. He tried passing it on 3rd down last time to Wiggins and fell incomplete. Oh, that's a fumble again, 2nd time, but this time Kari not only comes up with it, but takes it for more positive yards. And Starr's going to throw again on 3rd and 3. And incomplete. Here's going to try to run it for the 1st down. And instead throws, and I mean, obviously he's not much of a thrower. He's not a thrower at all. He's a kicker. So he can't throw the ball that good, and that's what led up to that not so good pass there. You know you're winning when you have your kicker in there handing the ball off, just saying. And Deshaun Watson gets a piece of Josh Allen again. The reason why Patrick Starr came into the game for Jacksonville is because Dwayne Haskins led his team down the field and proceeded to pass the ball to C.J. Merritt, who scored a touchdown. So now Jacksonville, to prevent from letting this game get too far out of hand, has thrown in their kicker. And if their kicker starts to become good, then all they are left with is the punter before they have to throw in a not so good player, as that's a lateral back to LJPC. And the defensive lineman gets a couple yards there. Patrick Starr, look at this! Gets his first down, but we have an injury stopping the clock. Patrick has nothing to do but just run the ball here. You don't want to hand it off and risk scoring a touchdown. I mean, if you get it, great. But, I mean, again, you're ahead by so much you don't need to. Instead, he just throws that right to Kari Johnson, 3rd and goal. Gonna go to the tight end this time, who intentionally goes out of bounds to avoid scoring. And again, to avoid scoring, Jacksonville is going to do something intentional. It looks like Patrick Starr is going to, quote-unquote, go into victory formation here, despite it still being over 5 minutes to go. They might as well just turn the ball over on downs. At that point, you really don't want to, again, let this game get too far out of hand. That's caught for a first down. 9 for 39, probably not the best stats, though. And that's dropped. Nick Chubb's got to catch that. He's got to haul that one in. A lot of these incomplete passes Deshaun Watson has thrown is because his defenders catch it and then just drop it. You got to catch it. Watson firing for his receiver. He got him. But obviously not much to celebrate here as they're down a lot. Just trying to make this game at least reasonable here. And incomplete. And again, another drop that should have been caught. His receivers got butterfingers out there today, it seems like. And how about that catch by Amari Cooper, who's still on his feet? And I would challenge that, honestly. That looked like a touchdown right there. They're now out of challenges this game, but still. And that is insane right there, that is not a touchdown.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
That is 2 times Cleveland has been screwed out of touchdowns. And it looks like he got stuffed there. And now he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. This is why I wish the tush push was in the game. You could literally just do the tush push there. But 80-36, again, this has got to be a scoregami here. And now I think Jacksonville could just focus on running the clock out. And that's why Grant Sr. decides not to return it out of the end zone. Patrick Starr trots back onto the field. Yes, the kicker is out here playing quarterback if you're just now tuning in. And I think if you look at the scoreboard, you'll find out why. Nice handoff to Curry Johnson that first play, and look at this, another handoff to Curry Johnson. He's just so good. And I think to avoid injury for these last few minutes of the game. No, don't challenge the dang it. Well, that's not what needed to happen there at all. But I think just to avoid injury to Curry Johnson, you get this first down right here. Then you let Merchants, the backup halfback, come in for his first ever NFL start. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Why is Johnson out on the field? Patrick Starr's going to pick up the first down himself. Oh! Merchants doesn't grab it. That's a fumble. And now, Cleveland can try to make this game even more respectable. Donovan Peoples-Jones, again, the game hasn't updated yet, which probably franchise mode won't. That brought us to the 2-minute warning, by the way, that last play it did there. That is caught by Amari Cooper, and a touchdown is scored. If only they would have did this in the first half, as now that lead's just going to be by 37. And he's just going to dive on the ground as Jacksonville can try to run this clock down, and hopefully the football will actually be held on to this time, and it will. Pick up the first down here, and oh my gosh, I don't know why it keeps wanting to put him in the game, but okay. Pick up the first down here. You can go into victory formation. And well, look at the quarterback, or the kicker, getting a stop. That's another turnover. Must have been Deshaun Watson. Incomplete. Booth review. And that's overturned. That's a touchdown. And this will be just a 30-point game for Jacksonville. If this PAT's good, and it is. 80-50. And shoot. If this game, if it keeps going the way it's going for Jacksonville on the handoffs, they might come back. That'd be insane, coming back down 30+ points in the final minutes of this game, but you got to make sure Marv has the ball. And that's 2nd and 11. A first down, and then Patrick can just knee this. So the good news for Jacksonville, it looks like they will hold on. Fourth and 7. And that's turnover on downs. They were trying to get the first down so they could just go into victory formation to stop the Browns from gaining any more points back in this game, but not gonna happen. Browns call a quick timeout. I mean, might as well just burn out the last timeout. Things didn't really go their way.
Hey, you gotta snap it.
Must have been Deshaun Watson, almost throwing another interception. They could get a field goal to make it a 27-point ball game. And they're going to call the timeout here. Just to burn it. Don't really need it, but... and just throws it away to end the game. 80-50 the final. Probably wouldn't have been that close if they didn't have if Jacksonville didn't have their kicker out there playing quarterback. But regardless, even though it's only by 30, that's still another win for Jacksonville as they move to 13-0. Again, they're taking on Baltimore. Next week, we'll tell you who Cleveland's taking on next week, and then that'll be it for this week. Jacksonville will play on Saturday against the Ravens. Or not Saturday, Sunday against the Ravens, Sunday night. And then the 23rd, they'll play the Buccaneers. Alright, so let's take a look at the Let's take a look at the stats here. Or not the stats. Who is Cleveland playing? They're playing Chicago next week. So it's Urbane and Jacksonville against Baltimore. And it is the 2-11 Cleveland Browns against the 1-12 Chicago Bears. And Jacksonville will be looking to continue their perfect season next week as they hold on for another week. But without further ado, we're going to say so long. We'll see you next week, ladies and gentlemen.